University from Charlotte, North Carolina, versus your very own Trinity Baptist College Eagles. Before we start, I'd like to ask everyone to please stand for prayer and national anthem.
Let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you for bringing us all here today so that we can witness a great game of basketball, Lord. Pray that each team plays to the best of their abilities and no one gets hurt. Just have a great day. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the National Christian College Athletic Association is committed to the true spirit of excellence and upholding the four core values of the game plan for life: love, integrity, faith, and excellence. We ask that each participant, official, and spectator join us in exhibiting these Christ-like characteristics and help create a positive environment in which to enjoy today's competition. And now, the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Wildcats of Johnson and Wales of Charlotte, North Carolina. At guard, 6'2" junior, number 2, Brandon Kostick. At guard, a 6'0" senior, number 3, Malik Bullock. At forward, a 6'4" sophomore, number 5, Zion Wilkins. At forward, 6'5" senior, number 11, Robert Hobson. And at forward, a 6'6" junior, number 23, C.J. Miller. And now the starting lineup for the home team, Trinity Baptist College Eagles. At guard, 6'0" senior from Kissimmee, Florida, Marquise Duncanson. At guard, a 6'3" freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, number 3, Parrish Hopley. At guard, a 5'10" senior from Palatka, Florida, number 5, Kenton Gibbs. At forward, a 6'7" sophomore from Jennings, Florida, number 12, P.W. Lewis. And at forward, a 6'7" freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, number 15, George Tusha. Head coach of the Wildcats is Mr. Dan Larkin, and the head coach of the Eagles, Mr. John D. Jones.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, a home of the Eagles. And tip-off is just a moment away as George Tusha goes up against C.J. Miller, the Wildcats and the Eagles. The Wildcats of the USCFL NCAA with a record of 5-2 overall. No record yet in their Eastern Metro Athletic Conference. Tell you about the Eagles in just a moment as the Wildcats win the opening tip. Malik Bullock pulls it down. Long three-point shot is good, and this ball game underway. Robert Hobson with the three. He's the leading scorer at 17.5 points per game through the first 6. Game number 7 stats not yet available, so the numbers we give for the Wildcats are through their first 6 ball games, and a three-pointer by Hobson is good, and the Wildcats draw first blood. Duncanson for 3 to tie it. This one out of bounds and goes over to the Wildcats. TBC Eagles already played 3 NCAA Division I teams. Official record, no wins, 3 losses so far, coming off that overtime loss to Pasco Hernando State College back on Friday night. Eagles have played 3 very close ball games. That three-point shot off the rim from Brandon Kostick. And it is the Eagles who come away with possession as Lewis is able to find the ball, get it up to Duncanson, and Duncanson will go to the line. That's the first foul of the ball game. It is called on Robert Hobson. So 2 free throws coming for Marquise Duncanson, the Eagles' leading scorer at 11.3 points per game. He is 20 out of 27 overall from the line. That's counting all 6 games that the Eagles have played, including the D1 games. This shot is good, and the Eagles are on the board. Starting a little bit late due to a high school basketball game that took place on this very court just a little while ago as Duncanson goes 2 for 2 from the line. A terrific free throw shooter is Marquise Duncanson, coming into tonight's play at 74%, and he's just now added on to that. Wildcats get up the court very quickly. Three-point shot is a little too strong from Robert Hobson. Wildcats, though, keep possession with the rebound. Turnaround jumper off the glass and rebounded by Kenton Bibbs. Kenton Bibbs, 9 points per game. That pass a little bit out of the reach of Duncanson and out of bounds over to Johnson & Wales. This is the second Johnson & Wales University team the Eagles have played. They played the Miami team earlier in the season, and that was right down to the wire. And the Wildcats from Johnson & Wales of Florida won that ball game on a buzzer beater. 18 minutes, 13 seconds left. That pass goes out of bounds and over to the Eagles. It was 69-66 back on November 7th. Eagles have also played Columbia International University, who won it just seconds before the final buzzer on a three-point shot. Columbia International, that is. Eagles have also played Bethune-Cookman College, University of North Florida, and Stetson University. Those 3 teams in the NCAA Division I ranks, the highest level there is. Eagles will inbound with 27 on the shot clock. That is Kenton Bibbs getting guarded heavily by Malik Bullock. Tusha has his shot rejected by C.J. Miller. Wildcats on the move, leading 3-2. Robert Hobson all the way across the court. And this one back to Hobson from the corner. Three-point shot. It's good. Already 2 threes for Robert Hobson. And the Wildcats lead 6-2. Eagles bring it up court very carefully. Hobson, a 40% shooter from the field. Three-point percentage at 34%, but he's added to that with 2 threes already in this ball game. Good feed to Hobdy. That one off the glass and into the hands of Zyron Wilkins. Duncanson with the steal. Duncanson 1-on-2 to the hole. Off the glass, no good. And rebound again by Wilkins. He scores 12.7 per game. That three-point shot from Hobson does not go, but then it bounces around and drops in. And already 3 threes for Robert Hobson. It didn't go at first. Scoreboard doesn't show it just yet. I was looking down at my paper. It still says 6-2, so we're going to have to verify that. And now it's been updated to 9, so that three was good. That one missed from Tusha. Eagles get the rebound. Lewis could not convert the second opportunity. It's 9-2 Wildcats. From the inside, it does not go from C.J. Miller. Wildcats overall on the season averaging 93.5 points per game through their first 7. 37.1% from three-point range and 63% from the free throw line. And the basket is good for short jumper by Kenton Bibbs. He's on the board. He averages 9 points per game. He is 7 for 11 from the line. Long three-point shot, no good. And Bibbs with the rebound for the Eagles. 9-4 Wildcats up to a quick 5-point lead thanks to a trio of threes from Robert Hobson. Hobson now 19 out of 50 from three-point range on the season, counting the three he has hit so far tonight. 4-3, that's Hobdy off the front of the rim and rebounded by the Wildcats. Malik Bullock, he goes coast to coast, but the shot does not go. His second chance, however, is good. His first basket of the night and a timeout for Coach Jones, a 30-second timeout. 11-4 with 15:21 left on the clock in the first half, and the Wildcats lead by 7. 93.5 points per game. That's the average for Johnson and Wales University. They are coming off a loss to Francis Marion, 108-100. So they surpassed their average of 92.5 before that ball game. Before that game, Johnson and Wales won 5 in a row over Penn State York, Penn State Mont Alto, and Penn State Lehigh Valley. So a lot of Penn State action going on for Johnson and Wales University. And we'll let you know some of the upcoming ball games for both the Eagles and the Wildcats as we get an opportunity a little bit later. Right now the Eagles trail by 7, looking to cut into an 11-4 deficit. Bibbs finds Tusha on the far side. Eagles working around to the near side. Ball gets away. Tusha's able to track this one down. Duncanson right in front of us. He wears number 2. Long pass. That is De Los Santos. Pull-up jumper. He will draw the foul. That foul is on C.J. Miller, his first. Team foul number 2. And Joel De Los Santos Jr. will head to the line for 2, where he is 13 out of 15 on the season. De Los Santos averages 5.8 per game, but he had a JV game about 2 weeks ago, and he scored 32 points in that ball game. Missed the first. Here comes number 2. For Eagles back on defense. Free throw number 2 is good. So De Los Santos goes 1 for 2. It's 11-5 in favor of the Wildcats. That is Robert Hobson again with possession. Three-point shot off the rim, off the glass, and somehow, like we saw a couple of minutes ago, it drops in. Zyron Wilkins is now 10 for 21 on the season from three-point range. Again, that's not counting that last game against Francis Marion. 14-5, Wildcats lead. 12 of those points from beyond the three-point arc. That is Tusha. He feeds De Los Santos. Three-point shot. Misses everything and is pulled down by Wilkins, who loses control. Duncanson, pull-up jumper off the front of the rim. Gets the rebound. And tried to feed Tusha, but that one was taken away. And De Los Santos comes from behind. And he is called for the foul. And the Wildcats are at the line. Count the basket. Foul called on De Los Santos. C.J. Miller now with a chance at a three-point play. And now the officials are going to talk it over. The question is, did the ball go through the rim from the top, or did it go up from the bottom? And we'll see what the final call is. So no basket. That means Miller will shoot 2. Officials did the right thing. They got together to make sure the call was correct. C.J. Miller averages 8.8 points per game. First of 2 is up, and it is good. Miller, 55% free throw shooter coming into tonight's play. Hit his first, 10-point lead. Number 2 is up, and it is a little too strong. Rebounded by Tusha, and he just did get rid of the ball before that foot came down out of bounds. I'm Ray Bureau, Dean Bureau, our cameraman here at Trinity Baptist College. Glad to be able to bring you the action tonight here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. De Los Santos, or rather Duncanson, missing with the shot, pulled down by the Wildcats. Hobson guarded by Duncanson. Bounce pass behind the back, stolen away by De Los Santos. Feeds Bibbs, brings it up court. Bibbs to Tusha, inside the paint, and a foul. That's going to be C.J. Miller with number 2, and 2 free throws coming for George Tusha. He is 7 for 11 from the line so far this season, and has 2 coming his way. Jakari Randolph at the scorer's table. He'll be joined by D.W. Lewis. First free throw is good. So Tusha hits the first. Also coming in now for the Wildcats, Antonio Smith. He wears number 33, and he lines up on the far side of the lane. Tusha goes 1 for 2, and Smith pulls down the rebound. 15-6, 13-21 and counting left in the first half. Johnson and Wales leads by 9. 1-on-2 to the hole. The layup no good from Zyrion Wilkins. De Los Santos brings it up court for the Eagles. Sam Battle with the short jumper. He's on the board. More importantly, he pulls his team to within 7. Bullock feeds Wilkins. Long pass out of the reach and over the head of Brandon Kostick, and that's out of bounds, and a break for the Eagles. 12:50 left on the clock. Eagles trailed by 10 just a moment ago. It's down to 7. Big start for the Wildcats. 3 3-pointers from Robert Hobson. Lewis finds Battle, who thought about the 3, pulled it back down. 15 on the shot clock. Battle off the rim, no good. Gets his own rebound and puts it back in. Second basket of the night for Sam Battle, and the Eagles have cut the deficit down to 5. Bullock near midcourt. Now goes inside the lane and will draw the foul. It looks like Kenton Bibbs, if I saw that correctly. That is a call. Foul number 1 on Kenton Bibbs. Number 2 overall on the Eagles. And 2 free throws for the Wildcats. It'll be Malik Bullock. He averages 4.7 points per game. From the line, Bullock 4 for 8. First one does not go. Bullock missed the first. Here comes number 2. It is good. And a substitution will send DeAndre Williams onto the court. And Bullock will head off. Bullock 1 for 2 from the line, and a 6-point lead now for Johnson and Wales. Jakari Randolph, where's number 1? Gives it up to Kenton Bibbs. Across the timeline. De Los Santos trying to run the baseline. Reverse layup is good. And the first field goal for Joel De Los Santos Jr. He averages 5.8 points per game. And the deficit is now down to 4 for the Eagles. That's Hobson. Gives it up outside to Wilkins. And a pass knocked away by Bibbs right into the hands of Hobson. Shot clock at 10. Long three-pointer off the rim and into the hands of Lewis. That one looked very good coming out of Hobson's hands. Just did not go in. Lewis, 1-on-2, goes to the left side of the lane. Underhand layup does not go. And it looks like a foul will be called against De Los Santos. That's his second. And it is team foul number 3, and the Wildcats will inbound. Marquise Duncanson checks in. Kenton Bibbs heads off. 16-12. It was 15-5 not long ago. The Eagles have cut it down to 4. 11-10 and counting left on the clock. Going inside is Kostick. Feeds, and the basket is good from Antonio Smith. Kostick with a really nice assist, and Smith is on the board. He averages 7.3 points per game, just got his first 2 of the night. 10:49 and counting. Lewis, fade away, off the rim, and into the hands of Hobson. And we have a whistle. Looks like Sam Battle will be called for the foul. That will be the first on Battle, the 4th on the Eagles. Wildcats have committed 3, and we're just shy of the midway point of the first half. So Wildcats will inbound right underneath their own goal. .24 on the shot clock for the Wildcats. They work it very quickly to the near corner on the left side. Just outside the lane, back outside, Hobson for 3. It's good. That's his 4th 3 of the night. He has 12 of the Wildcats' 21. It's a 21-12 lead. 9-point lead for the Wildcats. James Miller heading to the scorer's table, ready to check in for Trinity Baptist. Duncanson feeds Hobdy, pump fake, and a rejection by DeAndre Williams. Shot clock at 9. Battle goes inside, gets the layup off the glass. Good job by the defense, not picking up an unnecessary foul. Sam Battle gets the layup. He now has 4 points, and that one is good. Antonio Smith now with 4. Randolph works it to Duncanson. Bounce pass to Tusha. That is Hobdy, and he will draw the foul. Foul called on DeAndre Williams. 2 free throws coming for Parrish Hobdy. He is 8 for 9 so far on the season. First free throws of the night. He averages 10.7. Free throw number 1 bounces around and drops in. So the first point of the night for Parrish Hobdy. 23-15 pending free throw number 2. That last shot was not Smith, it was DeAndre Williams. 23-15, here's a free throw. It is a little too strong and pulled down by Smith. Nathan Williams keeping track of the score for us, doing the official scoring at the table. From just inside the line, that is a short jump shot from Wilkins. It's good. He has 5, and it's a 10-point lead once again for the Wildcats. Eagles got it down to 5. Wildcats have built it back up, and that's a 3 off the glass for D.W. Lewis. Lewis from 3, just 4 out of 15 coming in. Now 5 for 16, and that one banked off the glass. No matter how it goes in, it counts. Shot clock at 13. Smith pump fake and then could not get the roll in. Rebound by Travis Whitfield. 4-3, Hobdy, no good, a little too strong. A lot of fast-paced action. Pull-up, three-point shot, too strong from Williams. Jakari Randolph with the rebound off the floor. 8 minutes and 8 seconds left. It's 25-18 in favor of the Wildcats. Randolph feeds Duncanson. Spin move, finds Whitfield. The layup, no good, and the rebound by Wilkins. Looked like Smith might have partially knocked that one away from Whitfield, so credit him with a block. 7:43 and counting. Williams with the spin move and gets it to go in off the glass. Second basket for DeAndre Williams, almost at his average of 5.2. 27-18, Wildcats lead. Pull-up jumper from Hobdy. This one spins around and comes out. Hobson gets around Randolph, then feeds the big man Antonio Smith, who drops in the layup. Antonio Smith, 6'7" senior forward. Beneficiary of the pass, gets the basket. He now has 4. Three-point attempt from Lewis, off the glass, and the rebound by Wilkins. 29-18, 11-point lead for the Wildcats. And a foul. That'll be on the floor. It'll go against the Eagles. Called on Trey Whitfield. Travius Whitfield goes by Trey. First foul, team foul number 5 on the Eagles. On the floor, so Johnson and Wales will inbound. P.J. Gill ready to get us back underway. Now, one of the officials wants to make sure everything is correct at the table. 23 seconds are put up on the shot clock. Hobson, another long-range three. This one off the rim. Great rebound by James Miller. Got over everybody. Eagles get it up court very quickly. Bibbs lost his footing, held on to the ball, and now a foul called on Hobson. That is his second. And that is team foul number 4. Eagles will inbound over on the sideline with 6:30 left on the clock. 21 seconds to shoot. Kenton Bibbs will inbound. Substitution now for the Wildcats. Brandon Kostick back in, and Hobson will head off. 2 fouls for Hobson. I'm sure we'll see him again before too long. And coach, Mr. Dan Larkin, in his second season. He's out of North Carolina, Wilmington. He's assisted by Claude Lewis in his 6th season out of the University of Maine, Presque Isle. Duncanson, 4-3 off the rim, no good. Ball batted around, picked up by Bibbs. He feeds Tusha, and a basket for the Eagles. First field goal of the night for George Tusha, who averages 5.2. He has 3. And we have a whistle. That looks like it's going against George Tusha. So for Tusha, that is foul number 1. And that is on the floor. 5:57 left in the half. 29-20 in favor of the Wildcats. Long 3-point shot, nothing but net from Zyron Wilkins. That's his second 3. He now has a total of 8 points. Hello to Stanley Jean-Baptiste, shouting out to Joel Stan the Man. Mr. Kell, T23, letting us know they're watching, and Sandra Palika. Hope I said that right, Miss Sandra. Cheering on the Wildcats. 12-point lead for Johnson and Wales. That ball hits the foot of Battle. And then we're going to have a whistle. 1-1 coming up for the Wildcats. We'll see who gets the call. That is Sam Battle with his second and team foul number 7 So 1-1 for DeAndre Williams. James Miller heads off for Trinity Baptist. We'll see who the new Eagles player is. Right now it is Tusha, Duncanson, Randolph, Bibbs, and Hobdy. Front end does not go. Wildcats, though, got the rebound and a whistle. And the official is saying to put 17 seconds on the shot clock. So the Wildcats will inbound, no foul. Just resetting the shot clock. 5:20 left on the game clock and a 12-point lead for Johnson and Wales. Underhand layup, no good, but the putback is good from Antonio Smith. He now has 6. And a timeout for Coach Jones and the Eagles at the 5:11 mark. And the Wildcats leading 34-20. Full timeout. Well, after tonight's game, Johnson and Wales will play Johnson and Wales. That'll be the North Carolina team against the Miami team. That'll be on December 14th, so it's going to be a while before the Wildcats take the court again. That'll be at 4 p.m. on December 14th at Johnson and Wales in Miami. Sunday the 15th, Wildcats are at Ave Maria University, also in South Florida. Next home game for the Wildcats against South Carolina Faith A&M, 8 p.m. on Wednesday, December 18th. And the Wildcats will finish off the first semester of play at Campbell College at 1 p.m. on Saturday, December 21st. After tonight, Trinity Baptist College will be at Liberty University next Monday night, December 2nd. That's the alma mater of Coach John Jones. This is his 8th year head coach of the Eagles. He's from Liberty University. That's a D1 team and a 10 p.m. tip-off. The Eagles at Liberty University. The next home game will be the first NCCAA South Region matchup for Trinity Baptist College, hosting one of their big rivals, the Bruins of Bob Jones University, 4 p.m. on Saturday, December 7th. And then the Eagles are at Florida College on December 14th. TBCEagles.com, Charlotte.jwuathletics.com for the Wildcats of Johnson and Wales University of Charlotte, North Carolina. Little housekeeping duty going on. That's the reason for the delay. Eagles will end the first semester of play at the Johnson University of Florida Classic, playing the University of the Virgin Islands and the University of the Bahamas on December 20th and 21st, respectively. So you're up to date on the remaining games in 2019 for both the teams on the floor here tonight. Shot clock at 15. Duncanson, pull-up jumper. It's a little too strong and into the hands of Zyron Wilkins. 4:45 left in the first half. Gill almost lost the ball, got it back, gets around Duncanson, and the short jumper is good. His first points of the night. He averages 2.5. 4:30 and counting. Duncanson guarded by Gill. Gill got a hand on the ball, but it still found its way to Jakari Randolph. A contact and an offensive foul. Looks like it'll be called on Marquise Duncanson, and that is the call. That's his first. It's team foul number 8. Offensive foul, no free throws, but it is on the board. 16-point lead for the Wildcats, 36-20. Coming up on the 4-minute mark of the first half. 3-point shot is good from Brandon Kostick. His first basket of the night, and a timeout for Coach Jones. Kostick, 44.4% from three-point range coming into tonight's play. That is his first basket of the night, and it is 39-20 in favor of the Wildcats. Talked about Liberty University a moment ago. The Eagles at Liberty on December 2nd. Thank you to the gentleman to my right. Liberty, 9 wins, no losses, off to the best start in program history through their first 9 games. They won the Bahamas Showcase on Sunday, and they're playing Kentucky Christian, an NCCAA team, coming up in just a couple of days. So thank you to the gentleman to my right. Believe you were here for the high school game earlier as well. Was that another gentleman who looked a lot like you then? Sat right down in front of me doing pretty much the same thing you're doing. Keeping track of the games and seeing what's coming up for the teams that played here. Trinity Christian Academy played Creekside High School. Creekside won that ball game by 5 points. 39-20. Of course, the TCA Conquerors share the facilities with Trinity Baptist College. We do their games on Facebook, TCA Conquerors Athletics. Shot clock at 12. Bibbs finds Tusha, feeds Duncanson. 7 seconds to shoot. Guarded well by Gill. Randolph, long range, off to the right, and rebounded by Wilkins. Great defense by the Wildcats. 3-point shot is good. That one hit off the glass. That's J.C. Cooper, his first basket of the night. He's now 4 for 9 from beyond the arc on the season. Again, that's not counting the last game the Wildcats have played. Those numbers not included in the stat totals as of yet. They will be before long. And now we're going to have a foul called against Cooper. That'll be his first. Team foul number 6. 20 seconds will be put on the shot clock. 22-point lead for the Wildcats. It's 42-20. That one taken away. Wildcats on the move. That is Gill. But then his pass stolen away. Eagles are looking to cut into the deficit. Kenton Bibbs with possession at midcourt. 3-point shot from Lewis, a little bit off to the right. Wildcats get it up court very quickly. Now Gill will slow it down just a bit. That is Cooper for 3. This one off the rim. Loose ball in the corner, grabbed by Lewis. 2:20 left to go in the first half. 42-20 in favor of the Wildcats. Duncanson from the corner, moves around to his left. That's a 2 just inside the line. 4 points for Marquise Duncanson. 20-point lead for the Wildcats, and we hit the 2-minute mark now. Three-pointer from Bostic. This one off the rim. So Kostick 1 for 2 from 3-point range. Duncanson on the right side finds Bibbs in the corner. Eagles work the ball to the far side. Randolph, 3-pointer off the rim. And grabbed again by Wilkins. Minute and a half left until halftime. And we're going to have a whistle. Looks like it'll be Kenton Bibbs called for the foul. That is number 2 on Bibbs. 2 free throws for Zyron Wilkins. At the line, Wilkins, 45.5%. Has 2 coming his way. Jamari Dixon on the court for the first time tonight. 1:27 left until halftime. Wildcats lead at 42-22, pending the free throws from Wilkins. Front end, the 1-and-1 off the rim. Kostick with the rebound. Ball worked back to the corner. Cooper gets inside. Another loose ball grabbed by Cooper outside to Kostick. Fights his way in and will draw the foul. That'll be 2 free throws for Kostick, and the foul will be called on Dwayne LeGrand, his first. Brandon Kostick at the line. 5 for 5 from the stripe so far on the season is Brandon Kostick. First attempts of the night. Kostick, 6'2" junior guard. .110 left on the clock. Free throw number 1 is good. 4 points total for Kostick. Free throw number 2, 2 Wildcats back on defense at midcourt. Kostick hits them both, and he now has 5. 44-22. Coming up on the 1 minute mark. Dixon right in front of us, guarded by Cooper. Wildcats have played very tight defense. 15 to shoot. Battle backs it up to Duncanson near midcourt. Bounce pass to Battle at the baseline. 5 seconds. Dixon for 3 off the rim. Rebound off the floor by Wilkins. A quick transition, but Duncanson with the steal. Pass goes right through the hands of Battle, and that'll give it back to the Wildcats with 33 seconds on the clock. Substitution for Coach Larkin. Robert Hobson back onto the court. He with 4 3-pointers, accounting for all 12 of his points. 20 for 51 now is Robert Hobson, just shy of 40% from 3-point range. That's a terrific 3-point percentage. Wildcats have 3 seconds more than the game clock shows. Shot clock at 6. Long 3, buried by Hobson. He's making the NBA 3-pointer look very small. Buzzer beater attempt does not go, and that brings us to the halftime intermission with the score. Johnson and Wales 47, Trinity Baptist 22, and Robert Hobson with 5 3-pointers, 15 to lead everybody on the court. 15-minute halftime intermission. We'll be back in 12 to recap the first half and get ready for number 2 here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. Stay with us. As you see, it'll be a 10-minute halftime because of the late start, so we'll still come back when the clock reads about 3 minutes. Welcome back to Trinity Baptist College. I'm Ray Bureau. Dean Bureau's our cameraman, and there you see on the scoreboard, Johnson and Wales of North Carolina leads 47-22. Robert Hobson has 5 of the Wildcats' 9 3-pointers. They are 9 for 16 from beyond the arc, as the Wildcats are shooting over 52% in the first half. Now I'm looking at the sheet. They are shooting 56.7% throughout the first half. So Hobson has 15 points. Zyron Wilkins is next with 8. Antonio Smith has 6. Brandon Kostick with 5. 3 each from J.C. Cooper and Malik Bullock. 4 points from DeAndre Williams. 2 from P.J. Gill. And 1 from C.J. Miller. Assuming I didn't miss anyone, that's 47 for the Wildcats. Eagles have 4 points each from Sam Battle, Marquise Duncanson, and Kenton Bibbs. 3 from D.W. Lewis, George Tusha, and Joel De Los Santos. And a free throw from Parrish Hobdy, and that is 22. Nobody in any big foul trouble. Biggest number of fouls is 2, but several players do have 2 fouls. Hobson and Miller for the Wildcats. Kenton Bibbs, Joel De Los Santos, and Sam Battle for the Eagles. 1 each from Johnson & Wales, J.C. Cooper and DeAndre Williams, and Trinity's Marquise Duncanson, George Tusha, Travius Whitfield, and Dwayne LeGrand. But again, the big number, 56.7% shooting and 9 for 16 from three-point range. And the Wildcats have out-rebounded Trinity Baptist 25-12. Again, we want to thank Nathan Williams, keeping track of all the stats over at the scorer's table. A recap of the ball game will be up on TBCEagles.com as soon as possible tonight or sometime tomorrow. As you see, under a minute until we resume play. Trinity Baptist, again, after tonight, has the rest of this week off. Then we'll play at NCAA Division I Liberty University next Monday night. That is the 4th and final D1 opponent that the Eagles will play. And then South Region competition begins when Bob Jones University comes here on December 7th. That'll be the second game of a women's-men's doubleheader. The Lady Eagles are playing the Mississippi University for women at 2 p.m. on Saturday afternoon, December 7th. Then Trinity Baptist will be at Florida College before heading to Kissimmee, as we said earlier, December 20th and 21st, playing the University of the Virgin Islands and the University of the Bahamas on December 20th and 21st. Teams are back out onto the court. Trinity Baptist will now go from the right to the left and will inbound as we start the second half. 47-22 in favor of the Wildcats. Second half is underway. Duncanson, Battle, Tusha, Lewis, and Bibbs on the court for Trinity Baptist. Hobson, Bullock, as that one goes out of bounds and stays with the Eagles. Kostick, C.J. Miller, and Zyron Wilkins starting the second half for Coach Dan Larkin and the Wildcats. 16 on the shot clock. Inbound to Duncanson. Back near midcourt, Duncanson directing traffic. Now goes one-on-one and a foul. Robert Hobson will be called for his third. And a first foul of the second half. 2 free throws coming for Duncanson. He's 2 for 2 from the line so far tonight. Very good free throw shooter, 22 for 29 on the season, counting the 2 tonight. First of 2 is good. 2 Eagles back on defense, Lewis and Tusha. Kenton Bibbs at midcourt, and Duncanson hits them both. He's 4 for 4 from the line with a total of 6 points. 47-24. Work to the near corner. Long pass across the court. Hobson pulls it down, takes a three, and it's good. He now has 18, all of them on 6 3-point shots. Robert Hobson, a 6'5" senior, plays guard and forward, and he is hitting threes and hitting very long-range three-pointers. 1 minute has gone by in this second half. Battle to the hole. Contact, no call. Shot does not go. Long pass toward Hobson, a little bit behind the big man, and out of bounds over to the Eagles. 50-24. Just a minute 6 into the second half. Eagles inbound, fresh 30 seconds on the clock. Bibbs works his way past the timeline, guarded by Malik Bullock. Ball pass right back to Duncanson, gives it up to Tusha, three-pointer off the rim, and a nice rebound by C.J. Miller. All the way across the court, Wilkins for three, does not go, right into the hands of Sam Battle. Duncanson finds Bibbs, sets up near midcourt. Shot clock at 15. Duncanson for three, off the rim, and rebounded by Bullock. Hobson again fires off a three. This one does not go. Wildcats keep possession to the corner. Wilkins lost his footing. Eagles quick transition up the court. First attempt does not go. And a rebound by Miller all the way up the court. Tried to do some fancy footwork. That one did not go, and Wilkins lasts that one off. Duncanson, reverse layup from the side is good. 8 points now for Marquise Duncanson, and a whistle at midcourt. Foul called against the Eagles. Wildcats will inbound. I was writing down the basket from Duncanson. Didn't see who the foul was on. We'll try to get that. Duncanson with the steal. Layup does not go. Hobson pulled up, making sure he didn't draw the unnecessary foul. Ball work, a slam dunk opportunity. Miller does not get it to go. Foul was called a moment ago on Marquise Duncanson. That's his second, team foul number 1. And a whistle over at the baseline, and we'll see who gets the call. That is going to be George Tusha, number 2 on Tusha, and team foul number 2 of the second half. De Los Santos onto the court. Duncanson will head off. 24-point lead for the Wildcats, 50-26 with 16:43 left in the second half. A little more housekeeping duties. Second game of the night we've had here on the court. A lot of moisture coming from the players. And we are back underway. Whole lot of names letting us know they're watching. Wildcats work it all the way across the court, around the perimeter, and a foul before the shot. And looks like the foul was called on Battle, if I saw that correctly. That's his third. Lady Eagles head coach, Miss Judy Allen, checking in on a live feed. Mr. Aghita. Always glad to see these names pop up on the screen. Thanks for letting us know you're watching and interacting on the top chat. Pull-up jumper off the rim. Bullock gets his own rebound, dishes it outside. Three-point shot is good from Brandon Kostick. That's his second of the night. He now has 8 points. "16 minutes left. 53-26 is the score. Bibbs for 3. A little bit too strong off the rim. Long pass up the court. Wilkins could not corral it, and it's out of bounds over to the Eagles. Bibbs works it up towards the timeline, gets across. Plenty of time left on the clock to spare. Randolph on the far side feeds De Los Santos at midcourt. Long 3 from De Los Santos. It's good. 6 points now for the freshman. Very quick move up the court, and the basket is good, and the foul. D.W. Lewis called for his first. Wilkins got the basket. Chance at a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Wilkins 0 for 2 so far tonight. Free throw is good. Gives Wilkins 11 and a 55-29. Check that, 56-29 lead now for the Wildcats. Kenton Bibbs over near the table. Gets around 1, feeds Randolph. 3-point shot off the rim and rebounded by Miller. Bibbs with the steal. Pulls up, feeds De Los Santos, who draws the foul. That'll be C.J. Miller with his third, and 2 free throws coming for Joel De Los Santos. 1 for 2 in the first half. And on the season, De Los Santos now 14 out of 17. First of 2, a little bit too strong. Free throw number 2 from De Los Santos. All 4 Eagles back on defense, and it's good. 7 overall for Joel De Los Santos, and a timeout. Timeout with the score, Johnson and Wales 56, Trinity Baptist 30, and we'll be back in just a moment. .52 left to go. Wildcats will inbound. And a whistle, traveling violation called on Malik Bullock. Gives the ball back to the Eagles. Substitution for Coach Larkin. He'll send P.J. Gill back onto the court. It'll be Malik Bullock who comes off. Eagles inbound right underneath their own goal. And that one off the hands of De Los Santos. Ball right back to the Wildcats. Wilkins pulls back, finds Gill at midcourt. Parrish Hobdy on the guard and a foul away from the ball. De Los Santos called for the foul. That'll be his third. And it's team foul number 5. So Wildcats will inbound, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Three-point shot from the corner is buried by Robert Hobson. That is his 7th three-pointer of the night, 21 total points for Hobson. 59-30, Wildcats lead. Shot clock at 13. De Los Santos gets through 2 men to the hole and gets the short layup to fall. Good power move by Joel De Los Santos. He now has 9. Hobson again, a long 3. It's good. 24 for Hobson, all on three-pointers. And again, he is not just at NBA range. He is well beyond NBA range. De Los Santos, this one tipped and blocked by Miller. Miller pulls it down. Very quick transition, and Miller to the hole. Has his shot blocked. That was Parrish Hobdy. Hobdy takes the feed right back and gets the quick transition and the layup. 3 points now for Parrish Hobdy and a timeout for Coach Larkin. Oh, not a timeout. I thought that was the call. I think that is a sideline warning being called against Coach Larkin. (62-34), 13-18 and counting. That is Robert Hobson, number 11, with the ball right in his right hand. Has a man wide open, a long 3 from Kotzig. This one off the rim, but the putback by C.J. Miller. That's his first field goal of the night. He has 3 total points. 30-point lead now for the Wildcats, 64-34. Bibbs with the jump shot does not go. Short jump shot and a foul. Gill will go to the line. That's called on Kenton Bibbs. It's his third. So P.J. Gill will shoot 2 first attempts of the night. 4 for 8 so far on the season. Hits his first. 3 points total now for Gill, pending free throw number 2. De Los Santos comes up. Heads to the line. Gill hits them both. Now substitution for the Eagles. Dwayne LeGrand in. And George Tusha will head off. LeGrand has his pass stolen away. And an offensive foul will be called on Robert Hobson. If I have it right, that is number 4 on Hobson. I'm going to check and make sure that is correct. Eagles will inbound, 66-34. That is a 4th foul on Robert Hobson. Shot attempt does not go. Hobson, a long pass down court. And a foul will be called, and will send the Wildcats to the line. Foul called on Dwayne LeGrand, his second. It's team foul number 7, so the Wildcats are now in the bonus the rest of the way. 2 free throws for Antonio Smith. 8 for 10 so far on the season, and he hits the first of 2. 7 points now for Smith, pending free throw number 2. Smith hits them both. He came in at 80%. He has now added to that total. He has 8 points so far on the night. 68-34 in favor of the Wildcats. All taken away. A good behind the back pass to Gill and a block shot from LeGrand. It goes out of bounds, but LeGrand with the rejection fires up the crowd. Wildcats will keep possession with 24 seconds on the shot clock. Hobney for 3, it's good, and 1. Foul's called on Marquise Duncanson, that is his third. Well, we've seen Hobson hit 3s. Now he's at the line for the first time. He is at 94% free throw shooting. 17 out of 18. 27 points total pending the free throw. Chance at a 4-point play for Robert Hobson. Wildcats bench all fired up after that 3. Free throw is in and out and rebounded by LeGrand. It's only the second miss from Hobson from the free throw line this season. And a whistle on the floor is the call. Foul on Brandon Kostick. That's his first. And it's team foul number 4. Eagles will inbound, 22 on the shot clock. De Los Santos off the glass and gets it to roll in, and basket is good, and a timeout for the Eagles. De Los Santos now with 11, a 30-second timeout. With the score, Johnson and Wales 71, Trinity Baptist 36. .11:21 left on the clock, 71-36 Wildcats lead. Robert Hobson 9 for 13 from three-point range on the night. He came in at 16 for 47. That's Gill with the ball just outside the arc. Hobson is able to feed Smith outside the paint. Smith gets in the lane. Jump shot, no good. Rebound, De Los Santos, and a foul. Who's the foul on? Who's the foul on? Foul called on Antonio Smith, his first. Team foul number 5. That's Duncanson for 3. It's good. Marquise Duncanson now with 11. 71-39, Wildcats lead. About 10.5 left, 10:35 to be more specific, and a foul. Jakari Randolph called for his first. Team foul number 9, so 1-1 coming for the big man, Robert Hobson. 0 for 1 so far tonight. Team foul number 9, so the next one puts the Wildcats in the double bonus. This one is good. No surprise looking at his numbers for the season. 94% coming into tonight's play. 17 for 18. Hits them both. Now 19 for 21 and a total of 29 points. 10:30 left on the clock. And a traveling violation called against Duncanson, so the Wildcats will take possession. Gill works his way very quickly across the timeline. Bounce pass, knocked away, picked up by Hobdy. Eagles trying to cut down the deficit. Randolph for 3 off the rim. Rebound off the floor for J.C. Cooper. Long pass to Hobson, and he feeds Smith with the layup. 10 points for Antonio Smith. Hobson with the assist. Under 10 minutes left to go. Hobdy's able to keep that one in the front court. Duncanson across the court. Pulls up for 3. It's good. 14 now for Marquise Duncanson. 10 of those in this second half. Long pass to Smith. And a traveling violation. He knew it. No argument from the big guy. Antonio Smith, 6'7" senior. Eagles will inbound. 75-42. Wildcats lead with 9:26 and counting. Bounce pass inside. Credit the assist to Duncanson as Parrish Hobdy gets a second field goal of the night. He now has 5 and a timeout. With the score, 75-44 in favor of the Wildcats. 9:13 left to play. Johnson and Wales will inbound. The Wildcats shooting a robust 54% from the field. They're shooting 58% from three-point range. Cooper thought about the 3, backs it up to Gill near midcourt. Gill feeds Smith inside, and the turnaround layup is good. 12 points now for Antonio Smith. And we're going to have a foul called against the Eagles. Now the official's going to talk to the scorer's table. And it looks like Hobson will head to the line on the intentional foul, if I saw that correctly. Hobson with the first of 2. It is good. He has now hit the 30-point mark. Free throw number 2, also good. 31 for Robert Hobson. 79-44. So 2 shots and the ball for the Wildcats. 79-44, 25-point lead. Hobson pulls up. That's a 2-point shot. Does not go. Rebound Smith, and the putback is good. He now has 14. Three-point shot does not go from Wilkins. And then a whistle after the shot. Substitution now as DeAndre Williams heads in for Wilkins. Ball was out of bounds, so the Eagles will inbound with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Shot clock down to 16. Bibbs feeds LeGrand and a whistle. Foul's called. Antonio Smith with his second. 20 seconds put back on the shot clock, and now a whistle called against Marquise Duncanson, and that'll give the ball back to the Wildcats. That is number 4 on Duncanson, if I have everything correct. And now we're going to have a technical foul called against the Eagles. I believe that'll be Duncanson getting the call. And Hobson at the line. Hits the free throw. And Chris Pham, D.W. Lewis, and Sam Battle on the court for the Eagles. First free throw is good from Hobson. Free throw number 2 is good. I believe they called off that first one. Hobson goes 1 for 2. Substitution whistle was before that first free throw attempt. So Hobson goes 1 for 2 in the sequence. 83-44 Wildcats lead. Three-point shot from Cooper is good. That's his second of the night, giving him a total of 6. Pham gives it up to Hodby. Three-point shot for Hodby. Yes! Parrish Hodby now with 8. 86-47 with 7:40 left on the clock. Gill is able to get that one to go down. Second field goal for P.J. Gill, 6 points overall. And a whistle away from the ball, and we'll see what the call is. Foul's called on P.J. Gill for the block. That's his first. Kenton Bibbs at the line. Team foul number 7. Bibbs, 7 out of 11 so far on the season. First attempt of the night. 1-1 for Kenton Bibbs. It's good. Bibbs hit his first, getting ready for number 2. Free throw number 2. Bounces around, does not go. 7:20 left on the clock. 87-48, Wildcats lead. Basket is good. That was DeAndre Williams making his way inside and getting the layup. 6 points now for Williams. And another whistle. Ball went out of bounds, so substitution for the Eagles. Lewis off in favor of George Tusha. Hobson guarded by Hobdy. Tries to get around his defender. Spin move. Pass to the outside to Gill. Takes it to the left side of the lane. Shot does not go. Count the basket and a foul. Looks like that'll be George Tusha. That is the call. That's number 3 on Tusha. Basket is good for Gill. He's 2 for 2 from the line tonight. 8 points total now, pending the free throw. Robert Hobson heads off, and he's taking 31 points with him. Gill's free throw is good, 9 for P.J. Gill. Sophomore guard, 6'0". 92-48, Johnson and Wales leads. Ball stripped away by Gill. He feeds J.C. Cooper, and a layup is good. 8 points now for Cooper. Pham finds Hobdy. Gets around Cooper inside the paint. Dishes it off to Tusha, is able to convert the layup. George Tusha now with 5. All the way up the court, that is Fred Patterson. First time we've seen him tonight. He wears number 14. Cooper feeds Patterson, who gets it back outside to Gill. 3-point shot for Gill, a little bit off to the right. And a whistle. Foul's called on Sam Battle. I believe that's number 4. Nope, Battle's going to the line for the Eagles. Foul called on Loris Lawson of Johnson and Wales. So Sam Battle will head to the line. First time tonight, he's had a free throw attempt. 5 for 8 so far on the season, and number 1 is good. Battle hit his first. 5:47 left on the clock. Free throw number 2 is off the rim and rebounded by Lawson. Loris Lawson averages 3.5 points per game. DeAndre Williams at the top of the arc. Dishes it outside to Patterson. 3-point shot does not go. Lawson with the rebound. Hits Cooper, a long 3, but whistle before the shot. 3-second violation against Johnson and Wales, so no shot for Cooper. (94-51), Wildcats lead with 5:20 left to play. That one stolen by Patterson. Lost control of the ball. Out of bounds. It'll go back to the Eagles. On the court now for the Eagles will be Sam Battle, Paris Hobdy, Kenton Bibbs, Chris Pham, and George Tusha. Joel De Los Santos is heading over to the table. He'll take over for Kenton Bibbs. For the Wildcats, Fred Patterson, J.C. Cooper, DeAndre Williams, Loris Lawson, and Kenyon Scott onto the court for the first time tonight. .16 on the shot clock. De Los Santos. Whistle as he goes up. And we're waiting the call. Foul called on DeAndre Williams. That'll be his second. And De Los Santos will go to the line. Substitution as Cooper heads off, and in his place will be Dante Wiggins. 1-1 for De Los Santos. He hits the first and gets another. So the official called that one on the floor, but the bonus for the Eagles. Team foul number 9 for Johnson and Wales. De Los Santos hits them both. 13 for Joel De Los Santos. 94-53, just under 5 minutes remaining. Loose ball grabbed by the Wildcats. Wiggins' first attempt does not go, but Loris Lawson's able to put it right back in. He's on the board. 4-3, De Los Santos off the rim. Rebound by Dante Wiggins. Scott from the corner off the rim. That was a three. Here's a three from Wiggins. It's good. Dante Wiggins hits the three. 99-53 in favor of the Wildcats, and a foul will be called against Johnson and Wales. That'll be Loris Lawson with his second. Blocking foul will send Parrish Hamdi to the line. 1 for 2 so far tonight. Those came early on in the ball game. 8 total points for Hamdi pending the free throws. Travius Whitfield now back onto the court for the Eagles. Sam Battle will head off. First to 2 from Hamdi is good. Nine points for Hamdi, pending free throw number 2. And Hamdi now in double digits. Jamari Dixon back onto the court in place of Hamdi. 4:19 left to play. Patterson outside to Irby, and Irby fires off the three off the rim. That's Colin Irby, wearing number 20, runs the baseline. The reverse layup is good. Colin Irby on the board, 101-55. Dixon inside the line, and this one hits off the top of the backboard, so that's out of bounds. So timeout for Coach Jones with 3:52 left to play. Johnson and Wales 101, Trinity Baptist 55. Well, the Wildcats came in averaging 93.5 points per game through 7. They have surpassed that average, 101-55, as they will inbound with 3:52 left to play. On the court for the Wildcats, Dante Wiggins, Kenyon Scott, Colin Irby, Loris Lawson, and Fred Patterson. For the Eagles, Jamari Dixon, Joel De Los Santos. That one is off the glass. Rebound, second chance does not go. Chris Pham, Travius Whitfield, and George Tusha. Very quick move up the court. Dixon, the beneficiary, he lays it in. First score of the night for Jamari Dixon. Patterson outside to Irby. Three-point shot. Off the rim, into the hands of De Los Santos. A long pass to Dixon. Pham thought about the three. Pump fake, pulls inside the line. That's a deuce for Chris Pham. His first score of the night, 101-59. Traveling violation called on Kenyon Scott. He disagrees. He thought a foul should have been called, but it will be Eagles basketball. Three minutes, 1 second left to play. I believe it is safe right now to name tonight's player of the game. We've probably seen the last of him for the night. 31 points for Robert Hobson. 27 of those coming from behind the arc. He was 9 for 13 from three-point range. Alley-oop attempt does not go. However, Colin Irby is right there to put it back in. 4 points for Irby. So Hobson is tonight's player of the game. 2:27 and counting. And a whistle as Pham tries to get inside. Foul's called on Kenyon Scott. That's his first. James Miller, Hunter Lang coming in for Coach Jones. Dixon will head off. Chris Pham at the line. Hits his first free throw. Now 2 for 3 on the season. Pham ready with number 2. It is good. .220 left to play. 103-61. And we have a basket and a foul. And we'll see which Eagle gets the call. I believe it was Hunter Lang. Nope, James Miller called for the foul. That's his first. Heading to the line will be Kenyon Scott. Scott 2 for 2 from the free throw line this season. Eagles have done a very good job from the line here tonight. Trinity Baptist 16 out of 22. This one is up and off the rim. Rebound and the basket from Chalon Stafford Gill. First time we've seen him tonight. He gets the basket. De Los Santos fights his way inside, finds Whitfield, contact and a foul. Stafford Gill will be called for his first. So Travius Whitfield at the line for 2. Both teams are in the double bonus. Substitution now for the Wildcats as Fred Patterson comes back onto the court. Loris Lawson will head off. Whitfield with the free throw. It is off the front of the rim. First attempts of the season for Whitfield. Number 2 is off the rim and rebounded by the Wildcats. That one goes out of bounds off Patterson. Eagles have possession with 1:46 left on the clock. Bounce pass to Miller. 2-point shot from outside the paint. Does not go. Rebound by Wiggins. He feeds Patterson, who brings it up the court quickly. Gets inside the paint, and a layup is good. First basket for Fred Patterson. And Whitfield stepped on the line as he tried to inbound, and that'll give it back to the Wildcats. $1:23 left on the clock. Jamari Dixon back onto the court. Chris Pham will head off. And a 3-point shot is good from Colin Irby. 112-61. Wildcats lead with 1:14 and counting left on the clock. Wildcats are now 16 out of 31 from three-point range. They've hit more than half their attempts. all the way up the court, and a slam dunk from Dante Wiggins. He now has 5. Under a minute to go. .15 on the shot clock. Miller tries to get inside and will draw the foul. There were 2 Wildcats nearby. We'll see which one gets the call. Foul's called on Dante Wiggins, his first, and James Miller will head to the line. Miller at the line for the first time this season. .41 seconds left. Chris Pham heads to the scorer's table. Free throw number 2 off the rim. Rebounded by the Wildcats. Shot clock at 20, game clock at 30. And this one is out of bounds and will go back to the Eagles. So 27.8 seconds left. The shot clock now turned off. Eagles looking to get off. One more shot attempt. James Miller, guarded at midcourt by Patterson. Finds Dixon. Toe was inside the line, so that was a 2. Did not go. Quick transition by Irby. Slam dunk attempt does not go, but he draws the foul. Jamari Dixon will be called for his first. So Colin Irby at the line. Irby has yet to shoot a free throw this season. Again, that's not counting that last game. That has not been put up yet. Number 1 is good. Irby now has 8, pending free throw number 2. 3.8 seconds remaining. And that one does not go, so Irby will finish the night with 8 points. And that buzzer indicates the final score. Johnson and Wales of North Carolina, 115. Trinity Baptist, 61. Leading scorer and player of the game, Robert Hobson, with 31 points on the night. He hit 9 of 13 free throw attempts. Zyron Wilkins with 11. Brandon Kostick with 8. Malik Bullock and C.J. Miller, 3 each. P.J. Gill had 9. J.C. Cooper and Colin Irby each with 8. Among others, DeAndre Williams with 6. For the Eagles, leading scorer Marquise Duncanson finishes the night with 14. Joel De Los Santos, 13. Parrish Hamdi with 10. Sam Battle with 7, among others. So once again, the final score, Johnson and Wales wins this one. Wildcats go to 6-2 overall on the season. I'd like to thank you for watching us here on TBC Eagles on YouTube. For Dean Bureau on camera, head coach John D. Jones, I'm Ray Bureau saying good night and God bless you from